This will be in a museum one day. This will be in the Smithsonian. No, but this is my very first actual comic book of the Power Knights, of characters that I created and wrote. This is the very first one. I did this when I was 10 or 11 years old. I did it with school paper, pencil, and crayons. I don't even think I spelled Knights correctly. I forgot the K. My name's Keithan Jones. I've always been able to draw. It's just been a natural talent of mine. I am going to draw Princess Ozana. She is one of the heroes of the story. She's one of the team members of the Power Knights. And her father is actually the main villain. Although she's not a villain, her father is, and that's her conflict. I found myself not really wanting to work on other people's creations. I always just had a strong desire to do my own thing. Although I admired the other stuff I was inspired by, I just wanted to, create my own legacy. I created Kid Comics, and the first publication under that brand is my book that I created when I was a kid, called The Power Knights. Some of the scenes here on the wall are from issue 4. And this is what I'm currently working on. These are not, obviously they're not colored yet. This is just the inking stage. Comics are basically done by a team. You have someone that writes it, you have someone that inks it, you have someone that colors it, and you have someone that edits it, so on and so forth. As an independent creator, I'm used to doing all of those things. Yeah, so being an independent, it's not, I'll say this, it's not easy. There's a lot of times where I question my decision to do this because it's just a real grind. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of long hours. And like I tell everyone, man, if you don't love doing this, it'll break you. You don't see a lot of superheroes or comic books in general with lead characters that are Black, Asian, Latino. They're usually the side character. As a kid, you just accept it as the norm. You don't really question it. The older you get, you start realizing, like, hey, wait a minute. There's no Black lead characters in any of these books, or any other, or some books don't have any minorities at all. There are now, but back then it was really apparent. As far as comics go, I just want to bring my perspective to science fiction or fiction or whatever, because I think it's interesting, I think it's unique. So we have so-called Artist Alley, we'll call it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Artist Alley.
Exactly.
So we decided that, well, let's just create a comic book show, Afrofuturism Lounge, during the week of San Diego Comic-Con, in the after hours, so that people have time to get to it and enjoy it along with San Diego Comic-Con. You can go to San Diego Comic-Con and get your smorgasbord of everyone, of all the different artists out there. And then if you want a focused event where you can, if you're interested in African American art or Afrofuturism, this is your show. To me, Afrofuturism is it's science fiction with the protagonist being of African descent. There's also going to be a panel, so that's happening in the same space here.
So this space is just going to be for people to enter and to kind of mingle, like more like the lounge area, and the other side is going to be where the panel is.
We call it Beyond Wakanda, the panel, because it's going to be a discussion about moving beyond Black Panther in the sense of Black Panther's owned by Marvel Comics. It's created by Jack Kirby and Stan Lee, right? Although we love that film and we love that character, and it's a huge landmark achievement for Marvel and the way African Americans are portrayed in popular media, we would like to move into the realm of owning our own IPs, our own properties, and representing that stuff ourselves. So that's what the discussion is about, how to go about doing that, versus just talking about, well, we need to do this for our community, we need to do that for, well, let's talk about how to actually achieve that. Like I said, this show here, with the media attention that it brings, only helps matters. It puts people in contact with people they wouldn't otherwise be in contact with, because everyone's going to be central here.